This 26 Sports and CCTV high school hockey presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back, everybody, to third period action here from the WEX in Cadillac, Michigan. Traverse City, as usual, is on the ice first, and Cadillac taking a little bit of time getting out of the locker room.
There's got to be a strategy to that.
There has to be. Kind of ice the other team like they do in football with the field goal kickers.
Yeah, he might be onto something here.
Here comes the Vikings right now, and they are down 6-4, but you got to give the Vikings a lot of credit for, not folding and just really playing a good second period.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They, the coaches took them into that first intermission and just regrouped, and they came out and, got back in the game because it could have went the other way in a hurry. And once it gets to be about, 6-1, that's
a tough.
That's too deep a hole to dig yourself out of. 5-1, with 2 periods left, that can be done.
Right.
I think one of the keys is that the Vikings got to stay out of the penalty box.
Yes.
I mean, Traverse City has just absolutely killed them on the power plays.
Right. Yeah. Well, we are actually starting at full strength, and it's nice to see the Cadillac Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Mike Filkins here tonight. They've done a great job, and linesman John Troost is ready to go, and we are underway here with the third period. Big shot there by Alan Shear, and it rings around the boards and out to center ice. Drew Swanson. Good play there. Oh, and almost a leg check there. Wasn't that close, Jeff?
Yeah, that was another close one. I've already seen that once tonight.
Yeah, I think the bench was not happy with that play for Traverse City. Yeah, that really was a close call.
All right, well, it's going to be interesting to see what this period brings. It's kind of been a tale of 2 different periods so far.
There's
we've got a
3-on-1. Alan Shear with the puck. Shear takes a shot, rebound by Cadillac just wide of the net.
Boy, Alex Leotard had a real good opportunity there to get another one.
Now Shear centers it, score! Oh, I thought it was between the pads and in. No goal.
Yeah.
Right there was Justin Ulrey to wave it off.
It did hit the inside of the pads and just didn't quite get over the line. And I noticed we've got a number 30 in net, Bill.
Okay.
The Trojans have made a goalie change here.
So Grant Newhart, the freshman, has taken over for Jackson Wade, and he's had the bulk of the duty this year in net, so he's in there for the third period.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I mean, it's a big game for Traverse City. They're trying to stay in the hunt for the Northwest or the Big North Conference.
Yeah.
So when Cadillac tidied this up at 6-4.
Yep.
Maybe that triggered the goalie change.
So number 30 is Grant Newhart. We're looking at the clock issues. Well, we have a second here, Jeff. I'm going to go over the Big North standings right now.
Okay.
We have Alpena in first at 3-1, 10-3-1 overall. So they're a ranked team, and they're doing very well this year.
Yeah, they are having a good year so far.
Surprisingly, Gaylord's second in the Big North at 2-0-1. 5-4-2 overall. Petoskey right behind them with 4 points at 2-1-1. They are 6-2-1 overall, followed by TC Central at 2-2, 6-7, and Cadillac 1-4, 3-8-1 overall, and TC West in last place at 0-2-2. Not a victory yet in the Big North.
Yeah, and how many times do you ever see the 2 Traverse City teams down towards the bottom like they both are this year so far?
There was a nice effort there by Charlie Douglas, number 17 for Traverse City. Traverse City will put it deep into the Viking zone. Gavin Foster, number 3. Oh, giveaway there by Foster. Holding on to it behind the net. There's a centering play. Good stick work there by number 18. That's Fisher Moore. And now coming in is Derek Tonello. Tonello with the shot. Scored!
Nice shot by Derek Tonello. And Fisher Moore made an excellent pass over to Derek right in stride, just out of the reach of the TC Central defense.
And you cannot make a more perfect shot than that. And
it's right where it needed to be. Looked like Double A last night.
Oh, yeah.
With Anthony Siu put a couple ringers up above the crossbar.
See if our crew can get us a replay on it, but meanwhile, we got a face-off at center ice. Puck is backhanded over the blue line. Cam Keene, number 16, to Zach Izzard. Zach Izzard with a good pass up to Brendan Phillips. Phillips going wide just like he did on that first goal, shielding, turning, center right in the slot. There's a backhand shot to Zach Izzard too.
Yeah, that one never got through. Good defensive play by number 10. That was Ethan Vanderroos to block that shot.
That was a carbon copy,
Yeah.
Jeff, of that first goal.
Yeah,
the way it
nice
was
play by
developing.
Phillips again.
Now with some speed, Austin Pendrick, 1-on-3. Behind the net to Brian Farley. Zach Izzard, number 9, centers it, and holding on is Newhart. Good shift by the Vikings.
Okay, so the Cadillac goal was scored by number 14, Derek Tonello. Assist to Fisher Moore, and also number 6, Austin Pendrick. We've got a 6-5 game here, Bill, with a lot of time left.
At one time, a long time ago, it was 5-1, Jeff.
Yeah, and it's who would have saw that coming for the Vikings to come back and make it 6-5.
That shot never made it through. Alan Shear will turn around and just put one towards the net, and that's what they have to do right now is just flood the net with shots. Alan Shear has it in the corner. Poke check there nicely by Vanderroos, and it's going to be kept in by Schmidtdale and played out to center. Dumped in the opposite zone. First one to it is Carson Peters, number 19. Peters with the pass right on the tape, but it's taken away by Cadillac. Tied up along the boards. Good job by Schmidtdale to take his man in the boards.
Got that nice long reach in there. Here comes Alan
Shear.
Shear.
Oh, he almost made the final move to get around his man. Drew Swanson behind the net to Peters. Giveaway there.
Yeah, Central having just a little bit of trouble getting it out of their own zone. Cadillac putting on some good pressure.
They will try and ice it, but I think they're going to wave it off. So giving chase is Drew Swanson, number 4. Number 4 on number 4. Big hit there.
Yeah, and I think because they let up just a little bit, the ref made them play it.
Now the Vikings. Brandon Eller, number 19, through center. Here's a quick pass to Douglas.
Out.
Douglas has got a good shot here. In the middle, turns with it. Oh, good save by Nathan Moore.
Yeah, that really was. Cadillac got caught on a change there and ended up dodging a bullet. Nice save by Nathan Moore to keep this a 6-5 game.
Vanderroos keeps it in, and Nick Summerfield, number 21, on the forecheck. Trying to take the puck away from Eller. He does. He gets it to Douglas. Douglas has been very impressive tonight. Douglas with a shot, save, rebound, dangerous out in front. Now Tonello again tries to clear, but he doesn't. Up the boards to Phillips. Phillips with a no-look turn giveaway there, and around the other side to Ethan Vanderroos. Deflects over top of the net. James Bradfield, number 12. Bradfield is checked by Geiger, and down the ice it goes for an icing. All right, Jeff, we have some sponsorship we have to get to.
Oh, absolutely. We have Cadillac Castings helping us bring this game to you tonight. Fox Motors of Cadillac, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. And we would also like to mention that we have Big Rapids coming to town next Wednesday, which would be the 16th. They will be coming to the WEX, and for their second game against Cadillac this year, the Vikings visited Big Rapids in their annual the 131 Cup
131
game,
Challenge
and
Cup.
and Big Rapids end up winning that one. I'm trying to think. I believe that one was maybe like 4 or 5 to 1, as far as I can remember. They're early in the season.
Yep.
So we'll have to see. And Traverse City just did end up beating Big Rapids 2 to 1 in their last game. So we'll have to see what Big Rapids is going to have in store for us next Wednesday, the 16th.
Yeah, Nate Moore's just going to hold on to it and take a face-off.
Okay, now we would like you also to know the production of this sports presentation is a cooperation between Wexford Missaukee ISD, CCTV, and My News 26. Students, under the supervision of a professional director, run cameras and assist in graphics, replay, and directing. Thank you to everyone involved, and thank you very much to my partner here, Bill Dooley, doing an excellent job on the play-by-play, as always.
Does Wyatt Van Dynen know he's a professional director?
Somebody better tell him.
Okay, he does a great job. I
Yeah.
just didn't know if he knew that for sure. Okay, coming down a 2-on-1. Will Dawson shoots it wide of the net. He had Swanson in the vicinity. Now Carson Peter, number 19, he'll play it up the boards to Swanson. Fisher Moore at center ice, right below us. We got a great vantage point here. And here's a good pass with Douglas coming in. He's got a step. He scores, and he picks the water bottle off the top of the net. We're going to see if we can get a replay on that one. That was a beautiful goal by Douglas, a hat trick too.
That was a goal scorer's goal right there. He picked his spot and he hit it. They're still collecting the water bottle over in the corner.
Wow.
Charlie Douglas.
Here comes the replay on it. Here we go. See him look it. Far side over the glove hand and picks it. You can see the water bottle going down. Yep. Excellent job by our crew to get that one on slow-mo.
Yeah, that is a nice one to for the hat trick for Charlie Douglas tonight. He's got a couple
goals. Here's a
goals
turnover
and
by
assist.
Summerfield. Summerfield in, and great save by Nathan Moore.
Ooh.
Oh, dangerous turnover at the blue line.
Yeah, that could have changed things in a hurry if all of a sudden turned from a 1-goal lead to a 3-goal lead just like that. Good job by Nate Moore to keep the Vikings in this.
And Jeff, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but there's been a lot of really bad turnovers by Cadillac in their zone tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They have to. They're going to have to shore that up.
Okay, Austin Pendrick, number 6, at center ice. He's met right there by Jack Olson. That's a good stand-up check. Ethan Vanderroos will chase it into the zone. Now Olson without a stick. He's going to play a little soccer here with the puck. And he's tied up there by Alan Shear. Referees are going to try and make him play it if they can. They really don't care as the seconds are ticking off the clock.
No, they're just going to tell the players to continuously move the puck.
That was an old-fashioned rugby scrum. Now Alan Shear over the blue line, picked up by Hayden Watkins. Traverse City, though, smartly finds the open man. That's Charlie Douglas, and he'll just wind up and drill one off the upper chest there of Nathan Moore. And what is Charlie Douglas, a sophomore or freshman? Let's take a look here. He is a he's a junior. Okay.
One of the few juniors.
Yeah, one of the few juniors. Okay.
Yep. So he's going to be one of the big leaders next year as a senior.
Yep.
And they're going to need some senior leadership. Which, not that they're not getting senior leadership this year from Jack Olson.
Yeah.
But, there's just him.
Yeah, that's just it. I thought that was kind of interesting that, big crunch there by Zach Izzard. Vikings are trying to fight. Oh, pulled down, no call on Phillips. I thought that could have been a hold. Schmidtdale now behind the net.
Yeah, Phillips and Izzard, they've had some chances tonight with their hustle. They've been creating some good scoring opportunities down there.
Good physical play now along the boards, kept in nicely by Seth Lucas, number 9. Kelly Kerr back to James Bradfield. He'll walk in, wrist it, good block by Phillips, and we got a potential 2-on-1, but getting back nicely is Bradfield. That puck is the net is off the mooring, but not by much. Chase Adams gives it to Evan McComb. Into the zone, and going back after it is Cam Keene for the Vikings. Forechecked nicely there by Kelly Kerr.
Yeah, and Central getting some fresh legs out there. Just under 9 minutes left in this third and final period. We are at the Wex. We've got a good 7-5 hockey game going tonight. Certainly didn't look like it was going to be all that exciting and good the way the first period started out, but it's been a heck of a game since then, Bill.
In the first game, Jeff, was 7-6 between these two teams,
right.
So they're only 1 goal off that pace right now. And an icing call. We want to give a shout out at this time to Scott Harvey, one of the Traverse City coaches, to his wife Becky, also to Ben Berger's wife, Shar, and Matt Miller, also his wife, Laura. So shout-outs go to all the wives of the coaching staff for Traverse City.
You dig up a lot of information on these guys, don't you? You never know what he's going to be bringing to you.
Oh, you got to have fun with it. Hayden Watkins wins it cleanly back to Eller. Eller over to Schmidtdale. That one is blocked by Will Dawson and kept in nicely by Jack.
Okay, Cadillac setting up. Alan Shear making a move. Boy, he had a good chance there. Just ended up behind the net.
A good pass, and now it deflects to Brandon Eller. High stick. And Traverse City will play it, so that negates the whistle.
Good choice by Watkins to let the Traverse City player play that first.
Because it would have been a face-off deep in the Cadillac zone otherwise. Gavin Grachik dumps it in deep for Traverse City. He's getting some playing time. Now taking over is Grachik. Or no, excuse me, that's Peters. Carson Peters with some speed. At the blue line, Will Dawson will just dump it in. Delayed offside, and they'll go for a change. The Trojans will. Coming out with it is Eller. Eller at the blue line tried to make a pass. Oh, good stick work there by Alex Leotard. Otherwise, Nick Summerfield was gone.
Yeah, Alex has had a good game tonight.
And don't look now, but Charlie Douglas with another quality scoring chance.
Yeah, you don't want to give him too much room. He's had some nice shots, and I don't know if anyone was prettier than that last one he put up in the top shelf.
Yeah. Boys basketball, high school basketball. Dan Gussert and Jason Main bringing you the action. There's going to be a lot of games coming up here in the month of January and February, so tune in for high school basketball.
And when is that one, Bill?
I'm not sure when their next game is. There's just going to be a lot of them, so I'm just kind of alerting people to that.
All right.
Our schedule for all sports games, you can go to www.mynews26.com and get the full sports schedule on TV.
It is a busy one.
Yes.
'Tis the season.
And for high school sports, you cannot beat 26 Sports and CCTV.
Right.
Puck is out to center. Oh, lining up his man, but sidestepping was Chase Adams. Now Derek Tonello, who had a really pretty goal earlier. Tonello has it. He'll dump it deep. Vikings need to get one quickly here.
Yeah, they do not want to go down by 3.
There's a turnover. Fisher Moore. That shot was blocked by Seth Lucas. Vikings right there. Fisher Moore is down.
Yeah.
He can't get back up. Finally he does.
He's been working hard out there tonight too.
Yeah, he's had a really good game. There's a centering attempt. Comes all the way back to the blue line. Turning around is Cam Keen, and that was deflected and knocked down. The Vikings will keep it in. There's a shot all the way on net. And Nathan Moore will play it around the boards. Good job there. And the Vikings, Cam Keen takes it. Number 16. He'll reverse it for Pendrick. Pendrick, long pass. Nope, it's going to go for an icing.
All right, so we want to
get our crew in here again.
Yep, give notice to our crew one more time. We've got Director Wyatt Van Dynen, got replay guy Zach Wiggins. Our camera person number 1 is Ben Lineberry. Camera 2, Aaron Dunlap, and camera 3, Miss Isabel Granadis. They're doing a fine job tonight.
It's nice getting those, the slow motion replays on the goals. I mean, we don't have every goal replay, but I really, it's so nice just having some of those to look at, and I think the teams really love that. And an icing call on Traverse City.
Yeah, that's a nice addition to have to watch that little slow mo, especially just watching that water bottle kind of pop out of that net in slow motion.
Oh yeah, and if we don't have a full crew, especially getting that extra person in the van, you're not going to really have replays. So really appreciate CCTV, Wexford, Misaki ISD, and
it's a really good program they've got going in cooperation with the ISD and the My News 26 Sports.
There's another lazy pass by Cadillac. It was taken away, and now they will clear with Hayden Watkins. He'll go off the glass. Racing after it is Alex Leotard. He's got 2 goals. Here's a drop pass to Shear. Good move. Oh, and he just lost the handle of it.
Tried sneaking it
out
in.
The slot. Vikings take a shot. Oh, and that was just wide. Picked up by Carson Peters.
That was Allen's best shot or best opportunity of the night right there for a goal. He almost snuck it in.
Vikings with some hard work. Here's a pass to Leotard. Oh, he tried to go no look to Shear, and that would have been a good highlight if that one would have worked.
Yeah, it was awful close. Cadillac getting some really good pressure.
Watkins loses it to Swanson. Taking his man down was Brandon Eller on a good check, and Tonello will dump it in behind the net, and then he'll go after it with some speed. Just out to center ice.
Yeah, the Vikings definitely playing with a big sense of urgency here in these last couple shifts.
Long pass. All the way down, it's going to go to Moore, and he'll just stop it there for Cam Keene. We've got 4:12 to go here in the third period. The Vikings down by 2. It's 7-5. Jeff Castillo along with Bill Dooley bringing you the action. Now back to the point, intercepted by Brian Geiger. He ties up Nathan Weber. Pass on the side to Seth Lucas. Lucas to Jack Olson, and he'll flip it up high into the zone. Geiger clears it. Traverse City Central is just content here to eat up a little bit of clock.
Yeah, that time can't tick away fast enough for the Trojans. Vikings have had their chances.
Watch out here. Brendan Phillips, number 8, one of the seniors for the Vikings. Here's a pass, just misses Douglas, and it'll be an icing. Good idea, though, by Traverse City.
Yeah, that was Charlie Douglas trying to sneak in there for another one. That pass was just out of the reach.
Yeah, the junior has the hat trick, and that would be goals number 7, 8, and 9 for Charlie Douglas this year.
And he's racked up an assist tonight, too. So he's had a 4-point game so far. Hey, we are going to keep an eye on, well, there he goes right there. I was just going to say, we're going to keep an eye on goalie Nate Moore, being with the Vikings down by 2 goals, and they just pulled him. So we've got an empty net down at the Viking end. That puts 6 skaters out for the Vikings.
And they're going to redo the face-off or timeout by Coach Chris Givens. And
the Vikings are going to pull their goalie and try to get this one within 1. They've certainly had some good opportunities and good chances with some sustained pressure here the last couple shifts.
Yeah. Jeff, I want to give an update on Ian Lilly. I talked to him before the game. Ian has been skating, so light skates so far. He will start practicing, I believe, Sunday or Monday of next week. And
was he in warm-ups tonight? I thought I saw him in uniform and skate.
Yeah, he's in
pregame. Okay.
He's in warm-ups and pregame, and then he goes back, dresses, and then he helps out on the bench. But he's got a doctor's appointment in early February, and he's hoping at that point the doctors will clear him for full contact, and then he would hopefully be back, in maybe the first week of February. But he will be practicing starting Sunday or Monday of this coming week. So Ian is all excited, to get back and play.
I'm excited to see him out there again, especially his senior year to get injured like that, before the hockey season even started. That injury happened in a soccer game, I believe, and boy, you just hate to see that.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that he's close to returning.
Yeah. And I told Ian, I said, we need your grit. We need some of that,
I think
dirty,
he's going to bring a lot to this team. Really.
Yes.
He brings a lot of energy out there and just makes things happen.
Yeah, so anyway, we're wishing Ian a speedy final recovery to get back on the ice here.
Absolutely.
Vikings with that extra attacker on the ice, they try and center it. Traverse City thinks about icing it, but Carson Peters turns with it. Beautiful play there to not ice it and then gain control. Now coming down is Will Dawson looking in the middle of Swanson, outside of the net. Swanson centers it, knocked away by Hayden Watkins. They will just try and tie up that puck along the boards, and finally it comes loose to Alex Leotard. He flips it up to Alan Shear. Good stick work there to knock it out of midair. Shear using that big body, coming out in front. Oh, and that is a good play.
Yeah, he just couldn't get the handle on it. He made a nice move.
Down on the ice is Grant Newhart, and he still has not recuperated. There he gets to his feet finally. Traverse City will clear the zone, and the Vikings will play it back to Shear. Quick pass up to Tonello. With 2:27 to go here in the game, the Vikings looking for 2 to tie.
You got to be careful here.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you don't want to give it away.
No, they have had a number of turnovers in their own end, and they have no goaltender in net, so this is not time to turn the puck over.
Fisher Moore catches the pass, hits Geiger in stride. Geiger just bounces over his stick, and here's a pass up the line. There's a shot wide of the net. That was Nick Summerfield looking for the empty netter, trying to ice it. That pass goes awry, and it goes back to Vanderroos. Nick Summerfield just gets it over the line. Pass up to Brendan Phillips now, number 8. Hits his own man, dumping it in the zone.
Vikings need to get 2 guys on that puck.
Yes. That one is blocked, but then gained back. There's a long shot, and it hits the post. So the Vikings are still alive.
And you could try that 100 times and maybe hit the post a couple. And, it's unbelievable how that happens.
It is an icing call against Traverse City, as it was not touched, and it is still technically 5-on-5.
Right.
It's just there's no goalie for Cadillac.
Yeah, and a fortunate break for the Vikings.
1:23 to go here in the third period. The Vikings are down 7-5.
And they are going to call a timeout.
And now Coach Scott Graham will call the timeout. We want to let everybody know that next Wednesday, January 16th, will be Big Rapids and Cadillac right here at the Wex.
Right.
That's always a good rivalry.
Yeah, it is. It's been a real good rivalry for a number of years. Big Rapids has had the upper hand as of recently, the last probably 4 or 5 years, actually.
Yep.
Cadillac scraping a couple wins here and there, but for the most part, it's been dominated by the Big Rapids team.
Right.
But it always is a nice game to have them come up here and play.
And once again, we want to mention the WEX right now is looking for donations through the Cadillac Area Foundation. And if people
That's the Cadillac Area Community Foundation.
Okay.
Right.
You can either donate directly to that foundation. You can make cash donations to the WEX. So go to the Facebook page. The WEX does have a page where they will get you to the right spot.
Right, and just make sure if you do that, you put Friends of the WEX in the memo to make sure that it funnels into the the correct spot.
Okay.
They are trying to. They've got a goal for $150,000 to raise to make some improvements and some much needed maintenance.
If they don't get it, Jeff, it's going to be questionable whether the rink can stay open next year, because they cannot keep renting the equipment. There's no question about that.
Right, very expensive, so big push for that to happen. Okay,
Keeping
so here comes Cadillac. They got 1:18 to try and get this closed up, or at least closer.
That one was kicked out front, and keeping it in are the Vikings, and it changed direction, and Newhart was glad that one turning shot, rebound, wide of the net. The Vikings are putting all kinds of pressure on right now.
They had some chances.
Let's see if they can keep it in here. It's chipped down. It could be an icing. Racing after it, and it will be. So there's 52 seconds. Vikings need to win the draw, get a quick goal, and then get another one.
Okay, boy, they just had a couple good opportunities there. Not getting anything on net. Traverse City definitely feeling the heat. Which there's a lot of people in this building that would like to feel some heat, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Puck goes into the corner off the draw. A couple players are there tying it up, and that's just what Traverse City wants to do. Trying to come out front with it. The puck is loose, bouncing around, and Drew Swanson will ice it.
There's another ice.
And the clock will stop with 34.8 seconds, and there's no timeouts left by either team. Do you see Jackson Wade, the other goalie, on the bench? I'm wondering if maybe he was injured.
No,
Jeff.
he is down there.
He
at
is
the
down
end.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't see any time that he ended up getting injured.
Okay.
It'd be interesting to know for sure if that was from an injury or just a strategic move on Coach Gibbons' part.
Yeah. Play into the corner. Time is ticking down. The Vikings need 2 goals, and there's only 25 seconds to go in the game.
Traverse City. 2 guys on that puck.
Yeah. Around the boards it goes. Austin Pendrick keeps it in. Pendrick takes a shot, and that one just missed on the redirect and hits the netting.
Was going in.
10 seconds.
Got just the redirection that they needed.
Yep.
And I don't know what kept that puck out.
10 seconds to go. Looks like we will get the winning goaltender, and I think if we can get Jackson Wade, since he had 2 periods, and we'll get him for the post game interview. Don't you think that's fair?
Yeah, I think so. He did a good job in there.
And he and I think in hockey that's how that would go, Jeff, for actual victory for the goalie, the one that played.
Yeah, they never did relinquish the lead. So.
Right. Yeah. So the buzzer goes, and Traverse City Central Trojans earn a hard-fought Big North victory. They sweep the season series against the Cadillac Vikings 2-0, and they are now 3-2, and could be in a potential tie for first place depending on what Alpena and Gaylord does.
Yeah, this was a very important game for them. As far as the Vikings go, it's it's a tough road to go, but Traverse City is definitely still in the thick of things to try and take the Big North.
All right, Jeff and I are going to run downstairs and get ready for the post-game show. Stay tuned for that, as we will try and get goalie Jackson Wade for Traverse City. Our final here is Traverse City Central 7 and the Cadillac Vikings 5. Please stay tuned for post-game action on 26 Sports and CCTV.